Hello everybody, and welcome back to the vintage series. Now, if you watched the last episode, I spoke about performing a little bit of a test to see whether the hand equipment was restricting yield, or whether the yield is just purely coming from the space that you're harvesting, which I assume, and I'm guessing, as you know, each almost normally hexagonal shapes and the ground is how it's made, and this will be a certain amount of grass, this will be less grass, this will be a certain amount of grass, this will be the same amount of grass, this will be less grass, sort of thing. That's how I think it works, but I wanted to try it out. So I have got the most vintage harvester that I could find, and looks cool actually. It's not the cheapest, but we're gonna have a go with this and see. That's going to be a problem, and see if there is a difference, or is it, as I expect, just the size of the ground that you're working on. I'm surprised that this feels quite cool actually. So I'm thinking possibly doing a bit of hand farming at I forgot the name of it. Oxygen David's next map. And obviously this should be quicker. Ooh, missed my turning. I say this should be quicker, but little reverse light. Love it. I say it should be quicker, but I then know it shouldn't, because whoa, what happened then? Oh wait, yeah, it will be quicker, but it'll fill up. It's not got a huge tank, it's only like a incredibly tiny tank on it. That's dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. And you know, this series is based around it being a small holding. The idea of having a bigger, moving it on to having vehicles is a good idea, but I think we'd need a different map for that. I think this one we can probably leave it as hand working. If we wanted to step it up a few years and move into, like, this harvester was originally released mid 1950s to sort of oh yeah, there's a door there. So this a self-propelled harvester at this time would have been, I wouldn't say the first sort of thing. I imagine there's probably older. But maybe having a vintage playthrough just with stuff like this could be interesting. It's good though, isn't it? It's fun. I don't need to worry about where I'm putting we don't need to worry about where we're putting the straw, because this is purely just being done to test the amount we're getting off the field. I just thought, seeing as we're doing it and it's a vintage series, we should use a vintage tractor, combine, and I stand by that. Good bit of fun. Zero hours on the clock. This is brand new. I like a wooden board on the header. It's nice. Now, I was going to do it by hand first, clear everything up, and then come back and try it with the machine, but that would then mess up my it would completely mess up what we're doing. It would play around with the universe too much. So this can just be not saved, come back out, come back in again. And as if by magic, we'll be back to where the beginning of the episode was. Ready to go by hand. Da 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 da. I think it is worked out on size. I'm hoping it is. If different vehicles and mods can give us different responses, I'm not going to be too enthralled by that. I don't think we'll get all the way up, but no chance. cool. There's a little bit of a bounce on the seat as well. I do like this. There is part of me now wants to I just feel that maybe we should be a new map if that was the case. Don't think we'll be able to do Whitcomb in a vintage setting. Bally Spring, maybe. Alright, so we're on 1800 litres. Now with the barley last episode we got to 3002. So what we get off this field will determine how much pig feed we can make. Take that run off. Well, I don't think we're going to be looking at 3000 litres. Did I do the horses? I think I need to do the horses in July as well. But we've got rain coming around 2 o'clock, so I mean this is definitely quicker. But it would be, it's a bigger header. Well, we're over 2,000 litres, which isn't bad, is it? So that's 6,000 litres of pig food. Now, can I scoop that all in the last run? Nah. Nah, that's not happening. Not to worry. It will be but a few seconds added on. Just thought I'd have a check. I wonder actually if I was to finish this, I just feel like next year, unless we move on to equipment, which is a different premise to the series altogether, then 2,400 litres. I might actually write it down to be accurate. If we went to a Kinlake could be finished fairly soon. I don't know how long we've got until, if we were to do a mid-season small version vintage, what sort of map could we use? Somewhere like Pashonier or something maybe. Right, what's the numbers? My pen. Where's my pen? Right, write that down. 2702. That's the target by hand. I shall go and come back. And just like that, I'm back. Right, I need to get cracking on here because we have got, this is going to take longer. It's ready to go, I think, isn't it? No. No. That's the one. It's a different button. Yeah, if we'd done like a little mini vintage one, something that when something that I don't have to be as committed to, basically. Six episodes a week being produced is an amazing amount of time consumed. Especially when you don't get an out for it. I'll probably do more hours than this than I do in my day job. And that one pays me. I enjoy this more though, so, you know, swings and roundabouts. I don't have to go into the office to do this. So. Anywho, music or... I guess the good thing with this we faffed 15 minutes, haven't we, just to find out that. I need to get this slot done and I'm not going to row again, I'm just going to go straight in with the baler. So probably yeah, we done some speed up on the last episode. We done the speed up bit with the music on the baling, didn't we? So let's do it on the harvesting this time. Keep it fresh, as fresh as we can. Me again. So, this is reasonably interesting in the sense that we might be coming up short. Unless I've missed something. I've not missed any harvesting. What's that? Oh yeah. I didn't write the wrong number down, did I? So that is 2,285. Against 2,702, which is well, that's actually quite a big difference. Like, on a percentage wise, that is quite a big difference. And it is definitely it is all harvested. I mean, that's it's just over 400 litres difference. I think that's quite considerable. Anyway, let's get a quick collective number here. 31. Just shove this off. Come on. It won't pull them. Okay. Can we scoop up around them? Sort of. I mean, that looks like it's done it for me. Right. Yeah, that's quite a big amount actually. So, and that ruins my theory that the size is the size. The size of the field is the size of what you'll be getting. Anyway, 31. Write that down. Oh, too busy looking at my notepad. I shall continue off through this and come back to you towards the end for a wrap up. Literally, that's... I was expecting to turn around and go, yeah, 2,702. That's bang on. So it's just the size of the field, but it's not, because that's a difference between two harvesters, which has now got my brain frying, thinking of other... How can it be different? What could cause it to be different? What if I used a different... I might actually do a field with two different harvesters then. Does it matter? I mean, that's what, 15-18% less than we got with the John Deere. I mean, admitted, the John Deere is best part of £25,000 more expensive. So in the long run, and obviously we've got the straw, so we know that we can afford to purchase. The straw would probably cover any lack of feed for the chickens, but we're gonna be looking at providing the wheat. Obviously the wheat's going to be a different sort of yield, but at the minute the maximum amount of pig feed we're going to be looking at making is 2,285. Because we can only base it on the lowest crop haul. Which still isn't bad. I mean, that's still 6,000 litres. I mean, if we stick around, we will get to a point where the pigs will be getting quite a regular switch over. At some point, it should balance, and we'll be sort of selling every so often. I'm sure there's a way of working out an equation. Nearly done on this bit now. A few more runs to go. I didn't put a prediction in here because my numbers have been so off recently. Oh. That's why I didn't reset this counter. Hey up. Quantum leap there, jumped into a different body. Doo-doo-doo-doo. I should have knew that was going to drift over, because that's about the 4th time I've had to do that. Drift over to the left. we can have a look, can't we, at the baleage. 49. That's a lot of straw, plus we've got another 20 odd in storage, and then whatever we get off the straw fields as well on the next episode. Will it be the next episode? I suppose we could. Oh, I've got to come down that way. I suppose we could possibly, I mean, we've got rain on the way soon though. We could break it up and do an episode of just shifting all of the straw off all the fields. I knew we're up over the half an hour mark on this already. So we should probably start to wrap this up. So, oh look at that, bang on 50. 50 bales across these three. That's quite impressive. That is quite impressive. I'm quite happy with that. What should I do? About the fact I can't see anything through this long grass. Drop that. Check these pigs again. I'm a bit worried about. What did I put in? 3 last episode, because it's still the same month. They're all going through a lot, aren't they? I do feel like we may need to be moving them on. They're not at the best price, but they're just so bloody hungry, aren't they? Wait for that to get. These aren't going to give birth for a while. You know what? Let's wrap the episode up. I'm gonna. Or should I do the bales? I don't. They're just going to eat through everything, aren't they? That's the problem. Bloody pigs. What time's that rain due? 2. It is only a short thing. Maybe squeeze an episode in. You know what? Quick trip to the store. Where's the... I don't mind going forward a month, but ow, that's why do I leave that there? Why is it circle to pick it up? Let us take some more pigs over to Katie, because, and I shall hopefully be able to show you why. Right, that's giving birth soon. These aren't, but when we're getting the new burst coming through, we're getting 2s through, aren't we? That's pretty much where we want it to be at. We want it to be up at 2s, really. So, my theory is this one goes in. That's going. Because we've got to manage the stock. Otherwise, they will eat us out of house and home. Our estate is not enough to be feeding them. We've seen that already now. So we'll wrap up the episode by going over to Katie's and just thinning out this herd a bit. Herd of sheep, herd of pigs, pig herds. Yeah, sounds about right to me. But on that note, we've got an interesting thing. Definitely not the outcome I was expecting with the harvesting. But I do hope you've enjoyed the episode. If you have, please hit the like button. If you're not subscribed yet, do feel free to subscribe. And if you've got any comments or suggestions, then do feel free to put them in the comment section below. That's a nice little payout there, really. That's definitely into profit now. Oh, yeah. Until the next time, thank you so much for watching, and bye bye for now.